6 News at 6 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 6.
Parents are concerned tonight after they say a teen suffered brain trauma after a fight at Holt High School. It is our top story tonight at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones.
And I'm Lauren Thompson. A recent fight at Holt High School sent a student to the hospital. Darylyn Horn is here for you now. And Darylyn, both school officials and parents are weighing in. What are they saying tonight?
Yes, things got physical between a 15-year-old boy and another student, and it's been shared online several times. Now the Ingham County Sheriff's Office says the incident is under investigation, and the community wants to know what else is being done.
Nobody did anything. There's a video, I saw it, everybody watched, filmed. Nobody said, hey, this is not a good idea, leave him alone.
This video moments before a 15-year-old student was slammed to the ground at Holt High School just last week. According to a GoFundMe page posted by friends and family, the teen suffered brain trauma and needed surgery for a fractured skull. Parents at Holt High say this is unacceptable.
I hope they expel the other child and that the parents get him into much more trouble, because that's a really serious thing to do. I understand they're kids, but they're old enough to know better.
And this isn't the first time Holt High has had to handle a serious school fight. Just a few months ago, lunch staff and students were filmed hitting each other. No one was hospitalized in that case, but parents like Holly Benson say they're working to make changes.
I actually went to the school board meeting with a lot of my other parents and friends, and parents are getting to the point where they're ready to get something going here.
Superintendent issued a statement that reads, "Safety and security of the students is our #1 concern, and that the incident is being investigated and reviewed in light of the school district's behavior and discipline policies." Benson hopes to rally more parents to call for change.
You see something like that and you think, my God, if he doesn't defend himself, he could be in the hospital next. And so it puts us as parents in a really hard situation, because we don't know if we should tell them, to fight back or what at this point.
Yes, as far as the teen's condition, a family member tells me he was recently discharged from the hospital, and other parents say they want to work with the administration to make some changes in the district. Back to you.
Thank you, Darylyn. Well, we're learning more tonight about the conditions of 2 people assaulted inside their Windsor Township home yesterday.
Police say a 67-year-old woman is still in the hospital tonight, but she's expected to survive. And a 64-year-old man is also hospitalized, but he could be released later this week.
State police were called to the 9,000 block of Billwood Highway in Eaton County shortly after 1 o'clock Monday morning. That's where they found a man and woman injured. They were both rushed to a local hospital. A few hours later, police arrested the couple's son, a 36-year-old man from Potterville. He's expected to be arraigned later this week. In an online post, a woman claiming to be the sister of the suspect wrote that he's a veteran with a history of mental health issues and asked for prayers for all 3 of them.
Local police took part in a training exercise over the weekend with the Tri-County Crisis Intervention Team.
The focus of the program was on mental health. They even used actors to simulate real-world situations.
Kyle Macon is here for you now with more on the training.
An officer deals with a mental health crisis. It's happening more and more often as mental health problems are on the rise.
Therapist. Okay. Back up. Okay, right. Go.
Thankfully, this is just an exercise, a scenario, part of a week-long training session for law enforcement from Ingham, Clinton, and Eaton County.
If we want better performance, we want certain performance from our police officers, we have to provide them an avenue to deliver it. So we give them some ground skills here, we give an opportunity on this day to perform through scenarios, hoping they leave more confident, leave more skilled to perform well in the reality of their field performance.
The focus? How to deal with people who are having mental health issues and how to keep police and the individual safe. Those who take part say it was a valuable lesson and it will make them better prepared to help others in the future.
Practice is always going to make you better in any profession. So I think it's good to just remember, people need help and we have to be able to sympathize with them.
The program was not only designed to combat the rise in mental health problems, but to gain trust from the people they serve.
And we have to be able to use every tool at our tool belt, and going through this kind of training just helps us be better equipped and to help more families out in the community.
Here for you in Lansing, Kyle Macon, 6 News.
Well, speaking of mental health, tonight be sure to watch 6 News Investigates Mental Health in Mid-Michigan. We'll take an in-depth look at some of the biggest issues facing the area right now. We'll also introduce you to several people who bravely battle mental health challenges and how you or a loved one can get help. Our special report, anchored by Sherry Jones, starts tonight at 7 o'clock. We hope you'll join us.
Eaton County Sheriff's deputies are investigating a deadly crash that happened in Windsor Township last night. The victim has been identified as 49-year-old Andrew Gordon from Owasso. Gordon was an engineer and a paramedic for the Delta Township Fire Department. In a social media post, the department says he was known and loved by many throughout the region. Just after 10 o'clock last night, deputies were called out to westbound I-96 near Kreitz Road, where a motorcycle had lost control and crashed into a ditch. Gordon was taken to a local hospital where he died from his injuries. The cause of that crash is still under investigation, but the sheriff's office says low tire pressure may have played a factor.
35 people died on Michigan roads since last week. That's according to the Michigan Department of Transportation. So far this year, there have been 376 deaths on Michigan roads. That's more than 2 deaths every day. Still, this year is shaping up better than 2021, with 32 fewer deaths compared to this time last year. AAA says Memorial Day begins the 100 deadliest days of the year for drivers, especially teenagers. Parents are encouraged to talk to your teens about how to stay safe on the roads, including obeying the speed limit, driving sober, and avoiding distractions like texting.
The organizations behind the latest Unlock Michigan petition will not submit the signatures to get on the November ballot ahead of the deadline this week.
Those organizers insist they have more than the minimum number of signatures, but not enough to withstand challenges by the petition's opponents.
If it was approved by voters, the petition would have made all emergency orders by the state expire after 28 days unless they were extended by lawmakers. It was a direct response to the public health measures taken by the state during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Instead, organizers say they're shifting focus to support new legislation to reform the state's Public Health Act next year.
Allerton Elementary in Mason raised a new flag over its school today.
That flag is an award recognizing the school's academic achievements.
3, 2, 1.
Well, today's flag ceremony comes after the Department of Education identified Allerton Elementary as a National Blue Ribbon School. Allerton is a top-performing school in our state and maintains high MSTET scores across all grades.
When we focus on our school vision, learn, lead, succeed, we have a purpose and we are fighting together and working to outpace ourselves.
The flag hoisted today is the award for that high achievement, and Allerton Elementary is allowed to fly it forever.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We've got a chance for thunderstorms out there tonight. Will they be strong to severe? Possibly, but I'll explain why I kind of doubt that in just a moment. First, though, a check at the satellite and radar. One tiny shower trying to form in northern sections of Clinton County, but that's pushing pretty quickly to the northeast. We'll be out of the area fairly soon. So the bottom line for this evening is, yeah, there could be a shower or storm that pops up. The better chance will hold off until late tonight. Storm Prediction Center still says from Lansing westward, slight risk, kind of a level 2 out of 5 risk of severe weather, but I still feel like the timing of this is just going to be off. Current watches going up. Storm Prediction Center monitoring Chicago southwestward, saying a 40% chance of a watch, but they have yet to issue that because so far there's really not a whole lot going on. So we look at precision cast. Watch the timing. We're after midnight, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when showers and storms roll through. And I say this over and over, but it's just one of those things in Michigan that always typically works out, which is you lose a few degrees off your temperatures at night, and it's enough to keep severe weather at bay for the most part. It doesn't mean you can't get some thunderstorms and some heavy rainfall, but as far as damaging winds, tornadoes, large hail, We typically don't see that during the overnight. Tomorrow morning, cold fronts moving through, fairly quiet, maybe a leftover shower, then decreasing clouds for Wednesday afternoon. On Thursday, another little system sliding to our south, so just a slight chance of a couple showers early Thursday. That will quickly zip east, and we'll see decreasing clouds once again for Thursday afternoon. It's plenty hot outside. Current temperatures are in the mid to the upper 80s. And the dew point, I talk about this a lot as well. If it's generally 60 or below, it usually feels pretty comfortable. But once it gets into the mid 60s, it starts to feel very muggy outside. So today a little bit different than yesterday. We've got some humidity today. Current temperature in St. John's, you can see some dark clouds outside. Temperatures at 88. High today was up to 89 degrees. WLNS Cam, mostly cloudy skies. High today 89. The current temperature at 87. In Grand Ledge, high temperature made it up to 90 degrees or 91. Now the new high temperature, the current temperature now down to 89 degrees. Meanwhile in Jackson, again mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures at 85, 87 the high. Wind gusts today up to 30 miles per hour. It has been pretty breezy outside. In Hillsdale, mostly cloudy skies and our temperature at 86 after a high this afternoon up to 88. Here's tonight's forecast. 68 the overnight low with scattered showers and thunderstorms possible. For tomorrow, decreasing clouds in the afternoon, a much cooler day, highs near 76 degrees, and the 6-day forecast. Temperatures are looking really good. Not that I don't mind the heat, but mid 70s for highs through the weekend. Some showers Sunday into Monday, maybe lingering into Tuesday. And then the bulk of next week just looks delightful. Highs in the 70s, low humidity, overnight lows in the 50s, and very little rain chances once we get past Tuesday.
Truly, that is an incredible